Hey, how is everyone? I hope everyone is doing great. I am Rachel Mindy. I am a generational curse breaker. I'm proud of myself for saying that. Just an inner work mentor. I help my clients and people that I work with move through the work that needs to be done for healing, for happiness, for health, for wealth, for joy, and for peace. So my information is below in the description if you are interested in all at working through those things that you're just not really sure how to get it done, right? And you hear people say the work, but you're not really sure what that is. Just allow me to help you. Schedule a call, send me a message. My bio link is below in the description, and I look forward to talking to you. So before we start the video, because today is all about motivation, today is all about speaking to those who need to hear this message. Actually, the message is for me, but I'm sharing it with you because there's somebody else out there that needs to hear this as well. So before we start the video, if you would, please subscribe to my channel. And if you would also, in the comments below, write I subscribed, and I will personally reply to your message. Thank you so much in advance. So this morning, a lot of times I will listen to something motivational. So this morning I was listening to Steve Harvey, who I absolutely love. Whatever your opinion of him is, whatever it is, but for me, it is the idea, and it's the idea that God takes us all in however it is that we are, whether we are a sinner, blah, 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 a pastor, a hairdresser, a beautician, a garbage man, a lawyer, a doctor, whatever. It doesn't matter what image and likeness you come in. He takes us all, and he can bring about a message through anyone. And see, that's where I always will have an issue with religion, with religiosity, with all of those things that come along with it, which would be judgment, condemnation. All of those things I have a problem with because they're not of God. And a lot of people bring them to you in a message of God, by speaking scriptures or what it is that you're supposed to do and what you're not supposed to do and things of that nature. And so I digress. So I was listening to Steve Harvey, and he was talking about stress. And I've been through so many things in my lifetime. I mean, I could go on and on and on and tell all kinds of different stories, right? And I'm sure all of you have as well. But the thing about it is that I love when someone can take a story or something that none of us like. No one likes stress. No one likes it. But it is imperative for your growth in this life. It's all about the way that you look at it. It's all about the way that you receive it. Stress is going to come. It's just going to come from somewhere, from something, from some person, right? It's going to come. It's how we deal with it and how we look at it and how we maneuver through it, right? Because we're only looking for solutions, right? So sometimes we get caught up in the stress that we don't take the time to be like, okay, so I'm going to go get me some ice cream and maybe go for a walk. And then when I come back, I'm going to figure out a solution to this problem, to this issue, to this whatever. Because with us trying to negate stress, it means that we're negating growth. it means that we're negating experience. It means that we're negating wisdom and knowledge of something that you would not know if you didn't go through the stress, right? And so I loved everything that he said. One of the things that he was explaining was being a seed. And we all are seeds. We all are seeds. And just think about anything, any plant, right? The things that a plant has to go through. The plant goes into the ground and is covered in dirt. That's the stress. That's the stress. And the seed, whatever it is that you plant, has to come up through the dirt to become this beautiful flower or plant or vegetable or fruit or whatever. Just let that sit for a second. We all have to go through things, but it's how you endure and how you look at it, like, oh, woe is me, or okay, let me give myself a minute, let me breathe, let me do whatever it is that I need to do, let me do a dance party, let me turn on some music, whatever it is that you need to do. But just know that stress is necessary for growth, for wisdom, for your greatest good, to be honest. Because I'm not sure where we got this idea that life was supposed to be perfect, but it's not. And so I just really want to end this with letting you know that whatever it is that you're going through, you can get through it. If it was given to you, it's because you can do this. You can get through it, whatever it is. You can do this. You are strong, you are capable, you are smart. You can get through this. And so I just wanted to really say that this morning. I just wanted to bring about some motivation. There's a lot of videos that I have that are kind of sort of teaching or explaining or, even sharing my own personal story or whatever the case may be. But I really just wanted to motivate you this morning. I really wanted to motivate you because a lot of times when we think that bad things are happening, they're happening for our greatest good, but we don't get the message. And we're constantly beating ourselves up, like the mistakes and the wrongdoings that we've done in the past. We really need to let them go so that we can see our beautiful future coming into fruition, so that we can shift our minds so that we're not always thinking negatively about something happening. It really, really, really is how you look at it, how you receive it, how you take it. That can be one of the greatest gifts and the catapult to growth, exponential growth. But a lot of times we pass right by it because we don't want to go through the stress. So we're just like, oh my gosh, wait a minute. Oh, this is too much. I'm not doing this. When it could actually be a gift. It could actually be a gift. It's amazing. And I'm not saying that I always think about it that way, but the thing about it is, this is the reason why I always talk about distractions. When you have time, when you take time, let me not say have time, because many people think that they don't have time, but you have plenty of time. But when you take time for yourself, which is why I'm always encouraging you to do something in the morning routine, morning practice, morning something, because at the end of the day, it is for you. It is for your mindset. It is for your heart, for your healing. And so when we don't take time for ourselves, that's when there's lots of chaos and lots of drama and all this other stuff, right? But if you were to eliminate those distractions, let's just say you were to eliminate those distractions for 10 minutes in the morning, I promise you it will change your whole entire life. It'll change your perspective of everything. See, because the time that you're spending sleeping in and hitting the snooze, or the time that you're spending binge watching on whatever you binge watched on last night and now you can't get up in the morning, or the time that you're spending looking and scrolling on your phone, is a time that you could be spending in building your own faith in yourself and in a higher power, which is where your strength can come from. Because when I don't have strength, that's what I rely on. Because I'm definitely not always going to have the strength. It just is what it is, right? So I'm going to leave you with this message, and I hope that it's touched you in any certain way, because I would never want anyone to walk around like there's something constantly going on in their life, that there's always something going wrong. It is how you look at it, beloved. Life is not promised to be perfect. It just isn't. And so there are going to be things that we're going to have to deal with. And some of them are our own doing. Let's be honest. Some of it is our own doing. Some of it is the choices that we make, the people that we're around, the job that we have, whatever it is. Sometimes we just need to do a reevaluation. But let me give you something else to do. How about, we're coming up on a new moon tomorrow. How about today or this weekend, you take time to look at the great things about you, to look at the things that make you unique, to look at the things that you love about yourself, to look at the experiences that you've had in life, the good experiences, not the bad ones, the good ones, and cultivate that. Forgive yourself for the things that you've done. And look in the mirror at someone who is amazing, who is powerful beyond measure. You just have to convince yourself of that. It's all. And step in it and walk in it and be proud of yourself. You made it this far. You can make it further. You made it this far. You can make it further. I'll say it one more time. You made it this far. You can make it further. Let's do something. Let's celebrate ourselves and allow for us to shift our minds so that we can accept ourselves, we can take on that stress, and that we can really, really grow into loving ourselves, therefore loving other people, and therefore loving life. Life is not meant to be tolerated. It's actually meant to be celebrated. Have an amazing day. Thank you so much for listening to me. I'll see you later.